Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here. Today I'm back for episode number 21 of my Tampa Bay Rays series here on Out of the Park Baseball 18. So today we're back. We've wrapped up the 2021 regular season. Let's take a look at how the standings turned out. So we finished 89 and 73, played much better in the second half than we did in the first half, like I thought we would. And we did come up short of the division. We gave New York a pretty good run for their money towards the end, but this big 3-game series here, we lost 2 games out of 3. It was the second to last series of the year, and that pretty much put us out of contention. We had kind of been struggling leading up to that. We had just lost 2 or 3 to Milwaukee. So faltered a little bit towards the end. New York went 8-2 over their last 10 games, so they gained 3 games on us in just those last 10, and they only won the division by 4, so they just sort of pulled away towards the end. But we do get the wild card, so we've got the second wild card. They're going to be taking on Houston in the wild card round. Last time we played Houston in the playoffs, of course, we lost in the ALDS. That was the video, the infamous video that never made it to YouTube, that I had to make a substitute for, episode 17. So, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this video with just the wild card round, or if we win, if I might include the next round. If we lose, if I might include some of the offseason, I don't really know. I might just be the wild card game. But we are coming off of a 3-game, actually, we won 3 of 4 from Houston to end off this season. So, if that's any consolation, they were a 101 team, but did not win their division. So, it's going to be a tough game, but we're going to have Chris Sale on the mound. So, anytime you got Chris Sale on the mound, you got to feel at least somewhat confident. So, we've got one more day before the game. Let's delete all the messages. Actually, wow, Kevin Newman won a batting title. That's pretty funny. All right, let's delete all the messages. So we got to think about our 25-man playoff roster. And, obviously we got a lot of guys eligible for it. The question is, which guys are we going to go with? So we probably don't need Daniel Norris for the 1-game playoff. He continued to struggle down the stretch. I'd rather have a few different bullpen options. We could add on AJ Puck to the postseason roster. And then other than that, DeLeon. I feel like DeLeon should be on there. But we don't really need him, even if he was the 4th starter. I guess we would want him over Nick Birdie, though, the way Birdie played this year. So let's do that. Let's take DeLeon. I would take DeLeon out of the bullpen for a few innings. And alright, so this is going to be the lineup. We don't have any injuries, I don't believe. Nope, perfect. So we're fully healthy. Let's take a look at how our season wrapped up for us. Our run differential got all the way up to 95 wins. We were tied for 4th in runs scored, 3rd in runs against. That's usually a pretty good differential. Houston, 7th in runs scored, 1st in runs against. They look like they have a pretty similar run differential. They got 97 wins. Of course, they won 100 games. In real life, they've been to the playoffs 3 straight years. I didn't mean in real life, but in the regular season. And we take a look at their team. I assume we're going to see a lot of familiar faces. I see Brandon Belt in there at first base now. That's kind of interesting. He's not really the same player he's been in the past, but they still have Carlos Correa, Bregman, this Derek Fisher who had 40 home runs, Kyle Tucker, who's a really good hitter in this game. And as for the rotation, no McCullers, he's in the bullpen, no Keuchel, but they have Kent Emanuel, Franklin E. Perez, and Forrest Whitley, excuse me. And in the bullpen, Ken Giles, John Del Gustave, some pretty good names. They're a very good team. Going to be a very tough team to beat. But, like I said, we got Chris Sale, so we'll see how it goes. They've got Kent Emanuel. I think he's going to be making the start. So we had a 4.32 ERA this year, but did strike out over 10 batters per 9. That led the league. And he's got a pretty good track record. He had a breakout year last year. A little bit of regression out of him this year, but I think he's probably a better pitcher than his 4.32 ERA would indicate. So looking at our lineup, I'm not really sure if I want Gene Segura leading off. We don't really have I guess we have Carpenter. Carpenter had a 407 OBP, so maybe we'll have him hit higher in the order. We've got Enrique, Kike Hernandez in there over Andy Ibanez. I think that's fine. Hernandez put up solid production all year for us. Ibanez was solid for us too, actually, but Urena was not, I don't think. He was not very good. Ramiro Rodriguez would be another option, but he doesn't really have a huge sample of regular season at-bats. So we're just going to go with this lineup. I do feel like Jose Ramirez should be hitting higher. Move him up like that. All right, here we go. Chris Sale on the mound for the wild card game. He made 31 starts this year, won 13 and 11. And he is facing Kent Emanuel from Houston, the game in Houston, as the Astros did have the better record during the regular season. 2-1 Houston through 3 innings. Sale surrendering the lead there in the third, but we tied the game back up in the fourth. And Sale's at 71 pitches, so the pitch count running a little high today. 4 walks and no strikeouts for Sale so far. Wow. 86 pitches now through 5. So he has not really been sharp, but it's gotten the job done. So I'm going to be careful with him. I didn't realize Felipe Rivera got hurt. He's got a viral infection. So our best reliever is probably Faedo. Rivera would have been a nice option to have, but we'll get Faedo up. And let's just go batter by batter here. I kind of can't believe he doesn't have a strikeout yet. Especially against this lineup, which kind of tends to strike out a little bit. But this one's flown to center. This should be playable. 1 down. For the next man, Tucker, 1-2 count. He hits it pretty well to left field. Oh, it's going to get down. That's going to score a run. RBI double for Kyle Tucker. Third time through the lineup. Astros starting to get to Sale a little bit. There we go. Finally a strikeout on Brandon Belt. Now Jake Rogers with 2 outs. Can Sale get out of the inning? Ball grounded softly. Sale's throw to first in time. So, all right, he surrenders a run. Houston's got a 3-2 lead. Sale's day is going to be done. Not the sharpest outing out of him. 6 innings, 3 runs. Would have liked a little bit more. But here we go. Top half of the 7th. Roniel Raudez is on for Houston. And we've got Kike Hernandez. That is Hernandez with a little leadoff single on an 0-2 count, no less. Now Segura. He pokes one to right. That is going to be caught in the corner there. Nice play by Kyle Tucker. Looks like he got a little banged up on the play, but he's fine. Matt Carpenter now, he's hit by the pitch, so that gets the tying run into scoring position. With Luis Rojas coming to the dish, and he's ahead 3-0. And he will earn the walk, so that is going to load the bases for Jacob Bowers. A lefty-on-lefty matchup against Sechrist. He strikes out. Now Rizzo's turn, facing a new lefty in the game, Framber Valdez. And Rizzo hitting this one towards right center field. And a diving catch by the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. He was banged up again, but he saves a run, if not more. What a play. So we remain... it's still a 1-run game, I should say. And Faedo in the 7th pitches cleanly. He threw only 14 pitches. Did walk a pair, though. So maybe we don't bring him back out for the next inning. Maybe we do. Here we go. Perez on the mound for Houston now, going to another starter instead of turning to the bullpen. Kind of an interesting move. I would think they would just go with Giles at this point. But that's the first out. Here's Kiermaier up with 1 out. He strikes out looking, 2 down. Jose Ramirez, he gets hit by the pitch. So Hernandez with 2 outs and a man on. He hits that one very well to left field, and that is gone! A 2-run home run for Kike Hernandez. And the Rays lead 4-3. Wow, I thought that was going foul. I could not tell. That was awesome, though. A 2-run shot, I should say. And we retake the lead. So, honestly, I kind of feel like we might just give more in 2 innings with the way our bullpen. I don't really like the shape our bullpen's in. But that is strike 3 swinging. So we get a pair back, a 4-3 lead. It is the number 5 hitter, Faedo. There's the number 5 hitter, Bregman. Faedo strikes him out swinging. 1 down for Kyle Tucker. Do we go to the bullpen for Tucker? Faedo's at 18 pitches. I feel like we could get 1 more out of him, perhaps. And yes, we can. Tucker strikes out looking. Now it's Belt. We might as well let him face Belt. And Belt strikes out swinging. So Faedo strikes out the side. And we head to the 9th up by 1. So it's going to be Morin in for the 9th. See if we can get an insurance run. Ooh, 2nd and 3rd with no outs. So Carpenter and Rojas reaching base. That one grounded right at the second baseman with the infield in. Now it's Rizzo. He strikes out. 2 outs for Josh Bell, and Bell is going to earn the walk. So the bases are loaded for Kiermaier. Kiermaier strikes out looking, so we failed to add an insurance run. Strand a couple guys there. That could be a big missed opportunity there if Morin were to surrender the lead this inning. But here we go. 3 outs away from moving on to the division series. Greg Allen will start things off as a pinch hitter. He strikes out swinging for the first out. Now it's Jonathan Arruez. That ball grounded to the shortstop. Throw to first in time. 2 down. Houston down to their final out. Krasnicki up. He hits this one towards right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Tying run headed for second, and he's in there. No, he's out at second. Wow, there it is. That does it. Tampa Bay securing the wild card series victory. That was a funny way to end a game. Also, what is this celebration? But there you have it. We move on to the division series. So, despite having to play the wild card game, we do defeat a very good Houston team. And now we have earned a date with Texas, I believe, in the division series. Yep, so that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy the wild card episode. I am going to separate this and the division series into 2 episodes, but probably put them out either back-to-back days or on the same day. So you won't have to be waiting too long for the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.